Hi, Sister Nia asked us to record something, our thoughts about how the Healing Wheel Retreat has helped us. And so here's my video. I attended the first Healing Wheel Retreat in 2015, and at that time I was a racial equity health research project manager. And so professionally, the Healing Wheel Retreat helped me to understand more alternative ways that Black women can heal. As in my work as a racial equity project manager, I was working with breast cancer survivors, and part of our interventions to help them, Black women who are breast cancer survivors, was showing them ways to navigate the Western medical system. And then also we were working on improving the Western medical system. But that was some of the interventions. That's the way we were focusing on our interventions and helping Black women to survive and live longer and better quality lives. But at the Healing Wheel Retreat, professionally, I learned there are these alternative ways that Black women can heal from a cultural perspective, some of the African practices that have helped our ancestors. And so I learned about that through the Healing Wheel Retreat. And then spiritually, the Healing Wheel Retreat inspired me to explore more about who I am and whose I am. In Christianity, I already knew that it's important that we understand who we are and whose we are, that we are God's children, God's creation. But through the Healing Wheel Retreat, which focused on our cultural selves and our African selves, it is important that we learn more about who we are as far as how we came to exist in this world. So how is it that I have this beautiful brown skin and the hair, the texture of hair that I have, and how is it that my family has that also? And then for those people who came before me, my ancestors, how did they survive spiritually through all of the different changes that have happened to our family over time? And so at the Healing Wheel Retreat, she exposed us to some things that possibly our ancestors did experience spiritually with Orishas, and how that combined with are laid in top of and in through the Christianity practices that my ancestors may have been exposed to. And so I appreciated learning more about that, because that was something that I had not been learning in other places. So that was good. I always like to learn new things. And so following the Healing Wheel Retreat, specifically after that, so this was in the fall of 2015, but that in January, when I started a new year for 2016, for the first 30 days of January, I started to pour libations in honor of my ancestors, to be having an attitude of gratitude. So it was more of a prayer and a meditation, being thankful, and then connecting it with an earth practice that was beneficial for me, as far as connecting me more and more, grounding myself in who I am and who I came from, in a biologic and cultural sense, which strengthened my connection with God as well. So that was something I did, and as a result of my practicing that ritual on my own and being more comfortable with it, I was able to facilitate the pouring of libations at my family reunion in 2016. And so it's because of things I learned from the Healing Wheel and then practicing it on my own that helped me. Also, with the group therapy and the group conversations, the Healing Wheel allowed for a peaceful atmosphere of respect and for clarity. I really love the worksheets that Sister Nia had us to complete, to collect our thoughts before we spoke to one another in a group setting. I also love the comedic yoga experiences and the group fireside chats. And I also like seeing how the spiritual bath water was created, all the ingredients that went into it and what was said over the water. And that was great for me to see as well. And I also liked singing together with other women, because there's so much power in our voice, healing power in our voice. And I remember the song. And regarding how did it help my health, I had never been exposed to an entire weekend of eating vegan foods. And so because of the Healing Wheel retreat, I saw and tasted how wonderful and experienced the lightness that you have after you eat a whole vegan diet for a whole weekend. And so it was very cleansing for my system. I wish that after the retreat I could have a vegan chef to cook these things for me, because I have such a busy life and I tend to go for foods that are more convenient. So I'm definitely trying to incorporate more things that are healthy and convenient, but it does matter what we eat. And so I'm grateful for the Healing Wheel exposing us to what an alternative, since it's not as mainstream, diet could be, that would be very healthy, because it gave me a light feeling after I finished eating it. And the location was wonderful. I love being out in the nature and the natural environment with the trees, and we could breathe more cleanly, and just waking up to see the sky, and then going to sleep and getting ready for bed and going to see the stars. And so it was just nice to be in a place that was a retreat. We could get away from the busy city life. And so these things are going to continue to be with me forever. And so I'm so thankful that you have exposed me to these things through the Healing Wheel, and I want it to continue. I think it's very important that women who deal with a lot of stress, whether we're professionals or because of our racial category, our class category, or any kind of marginalized category that we may find ourselves in, that we have more ways to de-stress, more ways to live a healthy lifestyle, because that's not and something that's specific to us, to our bodies, to our families. And I appreciate the Healing Wheel for doing that for me. Thank you. I wish you more and more of them. I want to come back.